What is going on, everybody? It is Super Sid, the Marketing Shaman, and I'm super excited to be here with you today as we are going to be going over the niches that earn the riches, how to make six figures as a life coach workshop today. And I'm super excited because this specific workshop is the workshop that we, go through in regards to helping our life coaches pick the perfect profitable niche that they are going to be able to that they are going to be able to that they are going to be able to use, right? So ultimately, like what we are going to be doing is we are going to be going over in this workshop specifically how you can pick, right, your perfect profitable niche and ultimately go out there as a life coach and make a lot of money, right? Helping a lot of people and ultimately making a big impact, right, with your business. So I'm going to get out of my screen here that I'm looking at, which is YouTube, and we're going to get into this specific presentation right now. So ultimately, right, I'm just going to share my screen and we are going to go directly right into the niches that earn the riches workshop here right now. So I got my screen shared here and we are going to jump right in to the niches that earn the riches. It is just loading for me right here. There we go. All right. So we are going to go into this workshop right now. So let's rock and roll. So right, this here where you are at is what we classify as the niches that earn the riches live workshop. We want to pick your perfect profitable niche that is going to launch your life coaching business to the moon. So in this workshop, I like to start out with, hey, you're a life coach. And yes, you are a life coach. However, that encompasses you being a life coach, meaning that you have the ability as a life coach or healer to help a lot of people. What we want to establish in this specific training is identifying a specific niche, right? A very, very targeted group of people that you are specifically going to go out to the marketplace every single day and help on a daily basis. That's the goal. So maybe you're here because you recently started a life coach or healing business. Maybe you recently got certified as a life coach or healer and you don't know how to start, or maybe you've been a life coach or healer for a while and you're looking to pivot, meaning that you, or specifically maybe the problem that you've solved for a long time is not as big of a problem now, mainly because the world has changed so much, right, in the past couple of years, and you're looking to pivot in your life coaching business so that you can go out there and help make more make more money for your business, but you don't really know which direction is best or ultimately how to get started. So the goal here in our workshop today is going to help you, right, pick your perfect profitable niche as a coach so you can make your first or your next 100K as, right, a life coach or healer. Okay. So who am I? Right? If you've never came to my YouTube before, if you've never seen me before, my name is Super Sid. I go by the Marketing Shaman. And if you're looking at a photo of me on a lot of my profiles, this here is going to be a photo that you're probably going to see. And it looks very similar, right, to the background that we have here. But ultimately, right, what Super Sid is Super Sid is the owner and founder of Life Coach Launch, which helps, life coaches go out there and make their first or next 100K as life coaches and healers. He's someone who has hung out with people and celebrities around the personal development world, such as Brian Tracy, and as well as athletes and Hall of Famers, such as Pudge here in Dallas, Texas, Ivan Rodriguez, who used to live real close to us here in Dallas. And then, of course, you might have heard my podcast, Life Coach Launch. You might have seen me on stage or, seen me at a virtual or online event. And I've also even hung out with people and celebrities like Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank, understanding specifically how to go out there and make 7 or 8 figure businesses through, that show and that knowledge. But on the other side of the business thing, what a lot of people don't see is I'm obviously happily married with my beautiful wife, Tiffany, right? We love traveling. In fact, this is us in a tiny home down near, down in the hill country of Texas. And I'm really a big reason why we do what we do is because we love traveling. But here's the best piece. We are about to have a baby. And, we are about halfway through that pregnancy process right now. And I know I'm going to look back at this and however many years and remember this moment, but we are about halfway through, that pregnancy right now, looking right to have our brand new and first child. We don't even know the gender yet. We're going to be finding that out here in the next couple of days. And as you can see there for Christmas, we added a couple of things in, but the truth is that no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter who you've met, at the end of the day, the person that you, right, are wanting to become is not just the person that's going to go out there and be a really good business person. Becoming a six-figure life coach or healer has a lot more to do than doing the tactical things right, or really anything that I could ever teach you or tell you. Becoming a six-figure life coach begins with your energy and stepping into that energy every single day. And as you can see here, this is the energy that you are going to see me having if me and you ever run into each other. I am about as happy-go-lucky as there can be. I love having fun, and I love energy and being high octane and ultimately being a huge extrovert. This here is me with one of my nephews, ultimately just playing around. Right. I'm at a restaurant. We were at Dollywood, but ultimately I use this photo in this specific spot on this slide to show you that it doesn't matter how many Hall of Famers I've hung out with, how many, personal development icons or, TV personalities, right, and moguls that I've hung out with. It doesn't matter what I've done with speak on stage, right, or, what publications I've been mentioned in, or, like what podcast I have or anything like that. And it doesn't matter really what it is that I enjoy doing or what's going on in my life. What I enjoy is what's going to help make me a six-figure coach is the energy that I'm going to step into every single day. And I like using this slide to show you all that, because that is where it begins. And then once you step into that energy, we start going into this stuff, which is exactly what we're going to be covering today. We're going to go over the identification piece here, profitable niche picking. We're going to go over specifically some markets that you're going to want to look in to help you get started in picking your perfect profitable niche so that you can go out there with this niche and start making money. We're going to go over the six-figure superpower. We'll identify your superpower, and we're going to create a solution that's going to solve, right, a specific problem that the niche has. And last, and certainly not least, we are going to be going over the six-figure money magic, which is exactly how you can create a hook message that is going to be able to help you tell the world how exactly you can help them by actually helping them right with this. So without any further ado, let's get rocking and rolling. So this right here is what I classify as a life coach launch system. And in this life coach launch system, this system is geared toward helping you go out there, right, and make your first or next six figures as a life coach or healer. So what we want to do is we are really, right, going to be going over, right, the first part of this system, which is really going to be here on Identification Island, right? Identification Island, you're going to see three pavilions. And on these pavilions, we are going to be talking about three specific things. In this specific workshop, we are going to be going over and entering into two of these pavilions. First, we're going to be picking out your perfect profitable niche and who it is that you are looking to help, while beginning the messaging piece and creating, right, the first hook message that we are going to create so that we can go out there and start telling people exactly who it is that we help and start helping them and making money in the process as life coaches. All right. So identification, right? So here's a couple of things we're going to go over specifically in the identification piece, and specifically when identifying who it is that we are looking to help. We're going to go over three core markets, a sub-market identifier, and specifically how to find the specific problem, right, in that sub-market that you are looking to solve. All right. So basically, I want to let you know this. Generalists are broke. Specialists are the ones that make six figures. Ultimately, we don't want to be life coaches that solve every problem. We want to be that specialist that the people come to get solved with the more advanced and high level problems, because by solving those higher level problems that are a lot more specific, we are going to get paid a lot more money. Most coaches get lost in trying to help people instead of picking a perfect profitable niche. They get lost because they are trying to help everybody, right? They're in this scarcity mindset of I'm just going to say yes to anybody that needs help. And ultimately, they never really niche down. They're never able to build a system. And they're actually just constantly chasing money instead of actually building a business, scaling that business, and ultimately growing their life coaching business, right, to their first or next six figures quickly. And last, and certainly not least, is the truth is, right? The truth is that we as life coaches and healers need to go in there and identify a perfect profitable niche, right, within three core markets that we are wanting to go out there and serve the marketplace every single day, so that we can go out there and ultimately look to help people every single day with the problems that they have. So we've talked about the three core markets, and here they are. And the three core markets that we talk a lot about, and the three core markets that are all of your niches are going to be found in as a life coach or healer, is going to be found in either health, wealth, or relationships. And we want to make sure that the first steps that we take is understanding right? Which one of these three core markets are we wanting to serve in? So what I want you to do is I'm going to take a 10 to 15 second break here, and I'm going to let anyone who is watching this now or in the future take 15 to 20 seconds and ultimately make a decision. Are you going to be helping people in health? Are you going to be helping people in wealth? Or are you going to be helping people with relationships? Go ahead and take about 15 to 20 seconds. As you're going through this and you're making this decision, it reminds me of a story of an old friend of mine and client of mine, Paul, who really came to me, and, we hopped on the phone and we were going over this specific piece of, the who he was looking to help in the markets and stuff like that, and how he was reaching out to them. And, the biggest thing, he went 0 for 50, right, with consult calls in regards to trying to get people on the phone and ultimately try to help them with his consult calls. And we basically went over this piece of who exactly are you trying to help and what is the marketplace. We then just changed where he was putting the exact same messaging, the exact same story, the exact same thing, into these places, but he was just in the wrong place. This is very, very important to why, we want to identify this specific piece, because Paul, right after he found out this piece, he went out on his next two consult calls as a life coach, and he signed up 2 people in under 2 weeks, in 12 days, right? Equaling $4,800 for his life coaching business. So I want to make sure that we really know and really iron down, right? What are these 3 core markets, and really understanding, right, the specific niche that we want to choose. All right, so let's go into, now that we know the specific, right, core market, and we know it's gonna be health, wealth, or relationships, let's go into sub markets and let's start explaining exactly what those are. Within the main market of health, wealth, or relationships, you are going to be able to pick a sub market or a group of people in that sub market that you are then looking to help. So, as you get into these 3 core markets of health, wealth, or relationships, you're going to notice whichever one that you use, there's going to be thousands of different types of niches that you can choose from, or thousands of different types of sub-markets that you can choose from, right? Which is eventually going to help us then, right, pick our niche from those sub-markets and then identify a specific problem that they have. So if you picked wealth, you could help people with sales, real estate, investing, finance, health, diet, nutrition, strength training, weight loss, relationships, marriage advice, dating advice, love. But the truth is, right, is you are going to really want to iron down into one of these so that you can enter into those sub marketplaces, ultimately making sure you get a lot more of the right targeted eyeballs on you, helping you get in front of the people, who need your help a lot faster, and then ultimately being able to get yeses and people who are going to take action on your solution a lot faster, so that you can make more money as a life coach quickly. So now, once we identify the sub market, right, which we always talk about as being a group of people, we want to make sure that what we do outside of that sub-market is we want to take one more level down. Yes, we chose the group of people. So say, right, if we go back here and say, we wanted to choose marriage advice, right? Well, now that we chose marriage advice and relationships, the sub-market the niche then in that marriage advice is then going to be a group of people that you are wanting to give marriage advice to. And once we identify that group of people, we then want to start identifying the problem that they have, so that we can start creating the solution, to that problem. So what I want you to do right now is take another 15 to 20 seconds, and I want you, right, to identify what is the sub-market that you are wanting to help solve. And then ultimately, right, what is the group of people that you are wanting to go out there and help? And then third and final question, what is the problem that you are wanting to help them solve, right, that they are having right now? Take about 60 seconds. I'm going to get a drink of water here and tell you a little story as you are picking and answering those 3 questions. So again, just kind of going back over to Paul, this kind of reminds me of a story, because, when you're going in and you're picking these sub markets, I think it becomes very easy to, you pick your core market and you're like, I want to help people with relationships. I want to help people with money. I want to help people with, health at some matter. But really, even just looking at any one of these, right, health, wealth, or relationships, you can really see at how many, right, and how many niches there are. And one of the biggest things that we spent most of our chat with, me and Paul, was, we really, spent our chat talking about like who it exactly was that he wanted to serve. He had the idea, right? Like he wanted to help people with mindset, which ultimately was, him helping people with their health or mental health. but he never really took it down below that. We then identified using this that he wanted to help like retired athletes and retired veterans, and then specifically, right, help them with handling PTSD symptoms that they were having. Once we then identified that, it helped us position ourselves as life coaches, both online and offline, so that we were consistently in front of those people that needed our help a lot more, giving us, right, more opportunities for him, right, to go out there and set appointments, set up his consult calls, and ultimately make a lot more sales as a life coach quickly. This is exactly why, he made 2 life coaching sales for his life coaching business, right? Simply 12 days after going through, right, the information here in this course. This is why it's here in this specific training. This is why it's so important, right, that we want to make sure, right, that we do this. So, all right. So now, again, this reminds me of Paul. And I've been talking to you a little bit about Paul here in this first segment. And I kind of want to go, he was 0 for 50 for one-on-one consult calls. So one-on-one sales calls, right? He was hopping on with people. He was, people that said that he thought they needed their help. But the truth is he was talking to the wrong people. So even he was getting these people on him, they would have never said yes because they didn't really need his help. He was reaching out and in the wrong marketplaces. So he picked a profitable niche and ultimately was able, right, to close, close multiple high ticket clients less than 14 days later. It was 12 days later for $4,800. He closed 2 sales, went 2 for 2, right? 2 for 2 immediately right after this. You can see here's a message we got from him talking about those sales that he made. And this completely changed his business, and it completely changed his life. And it, for the first time, showed Paul that he could do this, right? And that he could pick a niche, and he had a niche. It was simply just going through these specific questions, and that he, once he was talking to the right people, was good enough, was able, was worthy, and was able to go out there and start getting paid what he was worth and what he deserved, right, as the amazing life coach that he is. So congratulations, right? We, right, have went through this, and we have identified, right, the perfect profitable niche that we are aiming to go out there and serve. So you might be thinking, right, my niche is too small. There's not a lot of people in there. Well, the truth is your niche is supposed to be small. We want your niche to be small because we want it to be very targeted. So if you have a small niche, that's okay, right? And there's going to be a lot of things that you can do in that niche, right, to open that niche. Maybe you're thinking my niche is completely different than what I thought it would be. That's okay, right? That usually means, like where Paul was in, you were talking to the wrong people because maybe you were guessing or thinking you'd fall into a specific niche that you're actually not falling into here. Or maybe last, right? This is really cool, but how in the world do I make money with it? Well, ain't that a great question? Because that is exactly what we're going to be going into here really shortly. So again, now I want to go into the second piece of this, which is the 6-figure superpower, answering that question of how exactly we are going to make money. And now that we have identified a problem that we solve and we have a niche that we're looking to serve, let's now create a solution for our niche so that we can go out there and solve that problem with, right, our 6-figure superpower and solution. So ultimately the 6-figure superpower is, what's the way, right? The way, the thing, the system that you use to solve the problem your niche has, right, that you know how to do. So what is it that you as a life coach, and what is the system that you have that is going to help inside that niche with that specific problem that your niche has? How will your solution be delivered? This is very, very important. I always talk about with my clients, are you going to pack it up in a cardboard box and like hand deliver it to them, walk it to their front door? Or are you going to ship it to them? Are they going to get a digital course? Is it going to be a live event? Is it going to be a workshop? Is it going to be, an online summit? How are you going to be delivering this to them? And how quickly, right, are they going to be able to get help with this problem? And then last and certainly not least, how long is it going to take for them to not only get it delivered to them, but how long, if they follow your system, are they going to be able to get to the solution, right, that you are wanting to help them get to as, right, their coach, and with the solution that you're giving them, right? So again, this kind of reminds me of Mandy, who was unorganized as crap when we met, right? She was just unorganized as crap. Here's Mandy. Mandy, though, even though it was unorganized, we picked one specific solution. This is important. I think a lot of life coaches, they want to just try to help everybody. And they're like, oh, I'll do a little bit of this. I'll do a little bit of this. I want to do 5, 10 different things. Well, the truth is we need to get really good at one thing. Once we get really good at one thing, we can leverage that one thing with other things that we want to do. So if you're looking to pivot as a life coach, yeah, you might have the thing that you were doing before, but look at how you can, pivot and leverage, right, to then kind of catapult into the new pivot and the new life coaching niche that you're choosing. But again, understand that, we really want to get focused on one thing, because getting good at one thing is a lot better than being mediocre at a lot of things. So we really, really, really want to make sure that when we want to be seen as the person to go through, not just the average Joe in all of these marketplaces where there's a lot of people better than us, right? So let's make sure that we pick the niche that we're going to dominate, and and we get really organized on who it is, right, that we are wanting to dominate. She then focused on one solution. She became the specialist and the queen, right, of that solution. She is in the keto world, and she is one of the best in that world. She built super momentum and crossed 6 figures in her business in under 8 months, right, after going through specifically identifying her niche, and then going through, right, the life coach launch system and really building a lot of momentum, ultimately helping her make well over $100,000 for her life coaching business, well under really that first year following the life coach launch system. So, right, this is the 6-figure superpower. And I have a couple of questions I want to ask you. So what's the way that you want to solve the problem that your niche has, right, that you know how to do? What is that? What is that solution? Do you have a name for it yet? Is it a system? Is it one-on-one coaching? How is it going to happen? How will your solution be delivered, right? Is it going to be one-on-one coaching? Is it going to be a workshop? Is it going to be live or a digital workshop? Is it going to be a book? Is it going to be a guide? Is it going to be an infographic? Is it going to be a course, right? Is it going to be a certification program? How are you going to be delivering this solution to them? And then how long is it going to take for you to deliver that solution to them and ultimately have them complete, right, solving the problem that they have? All right. So you might be thinking, right, I don't have a solution for that problem. Okay. Well, you can create one. That's the beauty of this, right? Now, for some of the people that don't have a solution for this problem, they don't want to create one, then maybe this isn't the niche for you. And you should be looking at, even though this might be the niche you want to serve, this might not be the best niche for you as a life coach to serve. And this might be you wanting to make a pivot and looking at a different niche. Ultimately, right, you might be thinking, I don't know the best way to deliver my solution. Well, the best way for you to deliver your solution is the best way that the future clients are going to want that solution delivered to them. A lot of times you can deliver the solution in a multitude of ways, just as I am delivering the solution right now in a digital or live workshop. It doesn't mean that I can't transcribe this workshop, take the audio of this workshop, and take all the different ways that people can consume this information and make sure that this is delivered to them in all of those different ways. So giving them the choice of picking the best way that they want to deliver it. So that is going to add intrinsic value. So don't be afraid of that. But ultimately, right, we want to be thinking about what is a best way for us to deliver our solution that is not only going to be immense value, but that is also going to increase the speed, right, of the prospect and our customer getting to their solution, to their promised land, to their goal of where they want to get to the fastest and most efficient way possible. And you might be thinking, well, this solution is boring, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to be doing this to, make 6 figures. Totally get it. And again, this is where you might want to take a look back on your niche. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They think they know what their niche is. They think they do know what they want to do, who they want to help. But the truth is they need to take a hard look at, really, is this niche what I am doing? Because once you pick your perfect profitable niche, just like Paul, just like Mandy, this game becomes a lot easier, and you making money as a life coach happens a lot faster. All right. So congratulations again. Right? Congratulations again, right? We have now not only picked our perfect profitable niche, we have now started to go in there and, identify what that niche is, and ultimately start choosing, right, who it is and the solution that we are going to provide for that specific niche. That solution is important because this solution is going to be the start of our irresistible life coaching offer that we want to provide so that we get paid money, right? And we get paid money for this solution, right? For people pay us money to get this solution, solve their problem, right? So congratulations. We now have the niche. We now, right, have the solution. I want to make sure I go into this last piece of this, which is the 6-figure money magic. Sid, how do I make money with this? This is great. You show me how to pick a niche. That's awesome. You show me how to, identify a solution. That's even better. So now you have people that need your help, and you ultimately have something that can help them, a solution. Now let's talk about how we go out there and we make money with this solution. All right. So the 6-figure money magic, now that we have identified a problem that we can solve and created a solution that can solve that problem, we now must communicate to people who need our help how we can help them and solve that problem. This is where the money is made, right? This is where the money is made. So ultimately, we want to communicate through messages presented to people who need our help. These messages ultimately, right, can be presented to people in a multitude of ways, but one of the messages, and the main message that we're looking to create, is what's going to be classified as a hook statement, right? That we are going to let everyone know who we are, what we do, and how specifically it is that we can help them. And we can, of course, do this online or offline, right? So let's go into the hook message template. This is exactly how this works. Now, if you go over to my Facebook page, or you even look here on YouTube, or you look on Instagram or any of my social medias, you are going to see me using, right, this statement. This statement is very powerful because it's letting people know who it is that you are, what it is that you do, and specifically how it is that you can help them and how quickly that they are going to be able to start getting that help and getting the solution that they want them to have. So what you're going to notice here is there's going to be a lot of tie back to a lot of the things that we have talked about and talk about to a lot of our clients, right, in Life Coach Launch in regards to helping people with this specific right hook message template. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is that this template goes like this: helping blank with achieving blank with blank in blank. Right? There's 4 specific things we want to solve. You see them here on the screen. Helping sub-market group of people that we identified with achieving, right, their surface desire. What is it that they see right now in front of them that they know that if they can get, it's going to help them get to their promised land, ultimately the core desire that they want, right? So the surface desire that I help life coaches and healers with is I help life coaches and healers, right, with making their first or their next 100K. That 100K is going to help them ultimately get to their core desire of what they actually want. So what we want to do is that we make sure we position our surface desires here in our hook message, because that surface desire is going to be letting our sub-market and those group of people know that we're looking to help exactly how it is that we're going to help them and what we're going to be helping them with. And then ultimately after surface desire, we're going to with the solution, right, that we just identified, with the solution to the problem that we have, right, in the timetable that our solution is going to be able to help them solve that problem. So it's, again, this is a very, very simple template, but it is a very powerful template, and one that you are not only going to see me using, but all of our clients using over here at Life Coach Launch, because it is helping them, right, and us in regards to letting people know who it is that we are, what it is that we do, and how it is that we can help them in a specific amount of time so they can get all the information they need to know so that they can either follow us more or continue walking on their journey. Okay. So this reminds me of Roshana. Okay. So I remember when I brought in Roshana, this, brought in Roshana a little while ago, and she had just started a brand new business when she hired me. Okay. She had an idea. Her idea was that she wanted to basically build out Awesomeness Nation. She wanted to help people feel more awesome about themselves and make them feel like they were good enough. But when she came to me, it was very much an idea. She had no listings. She had no follow at all, no following at all. She had no email list, no following. She really just had a few friends on her Facebook profile. That was about it. That was really the only place she was at, but she had a great idea. And after working with us and really following what we're talking about here and with the Life Coach Launch system, we were able to help her make over $50,000 in 6 months, right, after using her core statement and ultimately following the Life Coach Launch system. So there's Roshana. And here's a message that we got from Roshana in one of our client groups, which talks about specifically, right, the over $25,000 month, which ended up being right around a $28,000 month that she had, right, in her 5th month working with us. And you can clearly see how by following not only this specific system that we're talking about in this workshop, but by also following us here in Life Coach Launch and following the Life Coach Launch system, she was able to go out there and make a lot of money really fast with literally just becoming a brand new life coach. Making money as a life coach is a very, very easy thing. It's following specific steps to make sure that we can do that. And Roshana proved this point by being able to pull off what she pulled off in 6 months flat. All right. So you might be thinking, right, well, where do I put the hook statement? Well, again, the hook statement very much plays as like a banner. So a lot of times we're putting our hook statements on our social media channels. I'm going to put it on my Facebook in my description, on my YouTube and here in my description. If you go to my description here in my YouTube, you are going to see me with my hook statement, right? If you go over to my Instagram, my description there, we're also going to have it, on our websites. We might have it on some of the landing pages or sales funnels that we have, but ultimately this is going to be the hook statement that lets people know who it is that we are, what it is that we do, and how it is that we can help them in a specific time. And ultimately by having this hook statement, we want to put this hook statement in as many places that people might see us for the first time so that they can learn, who it is that we are, what it is that we do, how it is that we can help them, and ultimately how long it's going to take to get that help. What happens after I say my hook statement or someone sees it? Well, ultimately this hook statement, right, is there so that you can guide them right to their next step. So once we have that step, if you go over to my Facebook page or you look here on YouTube or you look at my Instagram, we're going to have a specific link that is going to drive drive them. It drives people to resources where they can gain my free resources and start taking their first steps toward getting help here at Life Coach Launch and me, Super Sid, right, with making their first or next 100K. So we want to make sure that we, right, are putting some sort of link or some sort of web page or sales funnel or website or a place where people can then make a decision to start getting help from us at those places with call to actions and CTAs, of course, on those pages. And some of you might be thinking, how do I make money with this as a coach? Like, how in the world do I take a niche, take this solution, right, and then go out there with a hook statement and actually make money as a coach? Well, the truth is what you're doing here is you're putting your hook statement out there. So the people that run across you on, say, Facebook, say you're on Facebook, say you're on Instagram, say you're on YouTube, say you're on TikTok, say you're on any one of them, right? Periscope, whatever, whichever one, Snapchat, whatever, whichever one that you're on. Ultimately, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be going and visiting your personal profile. Think about Facebook. If you have a Facebook profile, there's probably hundreds of people that are visiting your Facebook profile. They're just running across it based on the Facebook feed and based on recommendations and all that fun stuff without you having to do too much. What we want to make sure that we do is we want to make sure that we kind of have a banner on that Facebook profile with a hook statement, and that we're using and leveraging our social media profiles to let people know not only how it is that we can help them, but where they can go to start getting that help. And using your hook statement is a way that you are going to be able to start getting people starting to take the journey to start getting that help with you, ultimately getting them to come to your profitable presentations, workshops, masterclasses, live events, and online summits, and ultimately even hopping on a consult call with you later on down the line so that you can basically get them on paying you to start helping them with the problem that they have. All right. So by now, what you thinking? Right? What you thinking now after going through like this specific training and now understanding a little bit more around, right, specifically, how do you pick your niche? How do you create a solution? And how do you go out there and start making money? Right? And the importance of how you're going to be able to start doing that. I want you to really kind of think, by now, right? Does this system make sense to you? By now, do you see how picking a perfect profitable niche is going to help you make more money, because you are going to be, a lot more targeted in who you're wanting to help? You're going to be saving a lot of time and making more money in the process. Right. And by now, right, have you identified how obviously we have to have a solution, right? It's not just talking to us and getting our advice. We need to be able to provide a solution to the people who are signing up with us. And of course, by now, do you see how specifically you can make money by using messages, right, in specific spots on social media, online or offline, that people can then see when they first come across you, letting them know who it is that you are, what it is that you do, how it is that you can help them, and how long it's going to take to start getting that help can help benefit you in building your list, right? Getting more, creating more influence, more impact, and also ultimately growing your list so that when you are going out there with a, going out there to sell something new, going out there to obviously offer, right, your offer to people, your solution to people, or ultimately going out there with your next profitable presentation, workshop, masterclass, online event, or online summit, that you're going to be able to go out there and invite them, right, to come to that, to ultimately help them with the problem that they have. So now by now you've kind of all seen that. And, it's very, very important that we understand that, right, going into, right, the next piece. So, I have a question for you. I've been, working on, we've been going over this now for, just kind of taking a look at my watch. We've been going over this now for about 40 minutes. We went over a lot of stuff. We went over 3 distinct things here on specifically how life coaches and healers can go out there and they can make money by picking a perfect profitable niche for their life coaching healing business, and how they can go out there with that niche, create a customized solution that's going to solve a problem that niche is having, and then ultimately be seen as the authority, right? Of people that are going to help them with that. Now let's start talking about, like I had this, specific question of, what all this stuff is, right? And you've seen how all this stuff is going to help you. And, some of you came here because maybe you saw me here on YouTube once and you are seeing me live here again. Or maybe you recently subscribed to my channel and you're seeing me here live. Maybe you heard me on my podcast that I was talking about before, or you've seen me live on some other social media channel, or maybe, you've seen me hanging out with some of my many friends out there who are helping other coaches or who are helping other online entrepreneurs around the internet. But the truth is, right, is there's many ways that you could have found me to get here. And now, after spending some time with me here at this workshop and me being able to help you with the Niches That Earn the Riches workshop, you understand a little bit more, not only about me, right, but a little bit more about how I teach, how I help, and ultimately about how I serve and why I serve life coaches and healers the way that I do. And if there's one thing that I know, is that I specifically know, right, that it doesn't matter where you want to get to in life. It doesn't matter what goal that you have. It doesn't matter what you want to achieve. And specifically this case, right, being a successful life coach, making your first or your next 100K as a life coach or healer in the next year. It doesn't matter what that goal is, or if that's specifically your goal and why you are here, you're going to need some help, right? It doesn't matter, who you are. For anybody who is looking to achieve a goal that they have never looked to achieve before in their life, the fastest way for them to achieve that goal is going to be for them, right, to get proximity to other people who have done that, right, and ultimately being able to help them, use them as a guide to help them reach, right, the goal that they want to reach, which is ultimately, right, why I would like to show you and present to you and offer you, right, the life coach launch system, which right now, right, has become available for you over the next few days. And I'm super excited to go over that with you and show you a couple of things that we have been working on here over at Life Coach Launch, helping life coaches and healers make their first or next 100K. Okay. So the Life Coach Launch system is ultimately this is the goods. This is what the core training is going to be. You're going to get your identification training, specifically in the identification training. We want to identify who it is that you're wanting to help. You went through 1/3 of the magical messaging. There's 2 other messages we want to create. So we'll go through that magical messaging training. We're also going to be creating, right, your super offer in this training. We're going to be creating the specific, take the solution that we identified here in this specific workshop, and we're going to create an offer around this solution so that you can go out there with this irresistible life coaching offer that's going to make your prospects who are looking for your help feel absolutely stupid as saying no to getting your help when they're presented with it. We're going to, go over with you the profitable presentation system and templates, right? We are going to be going over with you how to put on a profitable presentation, what's the best way to do it. And we're also going to give you the templates so that you can do it and not have to think about building it yourself. No, we've already done that for you. We're going to give you the templates so that you can just go ahead and plug and play and do it really, really quickly. We're also going to give you the super one call close selling system, as well as the sales card. So we actually give you the full-fledged selling system. And we're also, right, going to give you a couple of master classes inside that selling system that's going to be going over, right, our specific selling system. We're also going to give you a sales card that you can keep with you, print out, keep with you, that you can keep right in front of you when you are on your consult calls as life coaches, so that you can remember, right, the closing lines, the opening lines, the things that we talk about in, right, our one call closing sales system, so that you can have them right there in front of you as a cheat sheet, and so that you can use them to close more sales from these prospects that are looking for your help in the niche that we identified here in this workshop. You're also going to get a Facebook group with 2 Q&As each month. We love giving support, right? It's one thing to give you, all the tools and all the gadgets and all the stuff that you're going to use, but it's another thing, right, to give you the support. And we want to make sure that we provide you with that support with this Facebook group. We do 2 Q&As a month, as well as bring in some colleagues, right, and some of our friends to help you with facets that they have their superpowers and that they're coaches in, so that we every single week, right, can make sure that we are helping you get one step closer to making your first or your next 100K as a life coach or healer. Right. So basically what we're going to be doing, in Life Coach Launch is you're going to be creating an irresistible offer. Your prospects are going to feel stupid at saying no to, right? You're going to be identifying your coaching niche, creating that irresistible offer. You're going to be discovering how to demonstrate your offer to multiple people each week with profitable presentations. And ultimately, we're going to be talking about how you are going to make sales, right, after, during and after these presentations, right, by getting your help and ultimately being able to go out there and make consistent sales each and every week, right, without chasing after people, and ultimately having a sales pipeline full of people who have their hand raised and are waiting for you to talk to them about how, right, you, right, can help them. This is going to take you away from having to work another job to support your business. It's going to take you away from wasting time on one-on-one calls. Who hates one-on-one calls? Who hates cold calling? Who hates literally reaching out to people, right, who don't know if they have a problem, or don't even want to help with that problem, but you're reaching out to them because you're like, hey, I think I can help you. Do you want my help? Pay me thousands of dollars to get that help. I can help you. Like who wants to go through that? This is going to eliminate that, because this is going to help you be very, very targeted and very, very focused on the people who are raising your hands and asking you specifically for your help. So it's going to get you away from wasting all that time. And of course, it is going to get you, basically get you away from never being able to sign up clients consistently and and start having a real 6-figure life coaching business. That's the truth, right? So many life coaches are in this kind of freelancer trap. If they sign up a lot of people and then they don't prospect or don't find new clients over the next couple of months, all these people end 6 months later, they don't have any clients. And now they're just kind of in this hustle mode to go get clients for the next couple of months. And they're just kind of in this trap. And they can never explode out of that trap because they don't have the time, right? The truth is we want to go over how you can design your life coaching business so that you can maximize your profits, even right with multiple offers, even if you're only providing one solution, right? As a life coach. So ultimately, Life Coach Launch normally retails for $4,997. Obviously, it's geared to help you make your first or your next 100K as a life coach. So a 20-to-1 return on investment. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So if you were to add, the Life Coach Launch and the Facebook group support, right, that total value would be $5,494. But we, of course, couldn't stop there. I wanted to kind of give you before I go into some other things, some other awesome things that we added, I want to kind of give you a story here. When we first were figuring this out, I've had this screenshot now since it seems like the beginning of time. But when we first started this out and we were building out the core pieces of the Life Coach Launch system, which is what I just went over with you, right? The core pillars of it, of putting on profitable presentations to sign up clients at mass. When we ran our first one, this was my wife, Tiffany, running her first one. She actually is super introverted. And when we got started with this, resisted hardcore, doing any type of live event or anything like that. And, we got her to kind of follow this system, the bare bones of the system back then. As you can see, this is a screenshot. So you can see the NLP purchase here, which was purchased, right? You can kind of add all these numbers up. And what you're going to get is after all of this, right? In 2 minutes, she made that magical 6 sales in 2 minutes after making, after doing a profitable presentation. She made those 6 sales in under 2 minutes. How many of y'all want to do that? I know the first time I did that, it blew my mind and I was super excited. Right. And then what the cool part is then following the follow-up framework that we talk about and setting up our one-call closing calls and stuff like that. With the people who registered to come to our events, we're then able to sign up over $19,000 worth of new clients, right, in 6.5 days. It's absolutely crazy how quickly that you can not only sign up new clients, but how quickly you can make money when you're following the right systems, the right processes, and really just simplifying the total thing that you're doing, really just getting iron focused on what you're wanting to do. Who is this for? Right? This is for people who just became a life coach or started a healing business. This is for people who recently just got certified as a life coach or healer and they're wanting to make more money now. And of course, this is for people who have been a life coach or healer for a while and are looking to pivot, but they don't really know how to be successful. Okay. Now, you might be thinking, right? Not another home study course. I've already tried that already. Totally get it. I'm a big, I guess I'm that big guy that, I love just buying education. I love putting education together, but I love being a part of education and constantly learning new things. The truth is though, is that, home study courses, although there are a very specific part of the marketplaces that love them, they dive into them like me, they dive into them and just obsess over the home study courses. There's going to be a lot of people that, don't go through it all the way. And sadly enough, people that don't actually ever log in. So what we've decided to do is, yes, we do want to give you a course that you have and that you will always have. That's going to be kind of a guide for you to refer back to so that you can not only use it to go through the entire system, which is very detailed and stuff inside that course, but you can also use it, right, to come back to, right, when you need help. So ultimately, right, we're putting together, right, the Life Coach Launch system. And the next thing we wanted to put together once we figured out that obviously it's just a course, right? We want to make sure that people get the best bang for their bucks is, like I said, not everybody likes coming to courses nor like going through, right, all of the course to learn and then implement. They'd rather get it done, right, in a live environment where we can go over, right, the entire thing in a 3-day immersion where we are going to be spending 6 to 8 hours a day together over 3 days going over the entire Life Coach Launch system. We do this once a quarter. And obviously, once you sign up with Life Coach Launch, you are going to be able to get a free ticket to come to this event. Normally, we charge money to come to this event or keep it behind closed curtains to only the Life Coach Launch members, but you're going to get 3 full days of working through the Life Coach Launch system together with me. And you're ultimately going to get multiple chances to ask me any questions that you have about the system and any questions that you have around making your first or your next 100K as a life coach or healer. All right. So ultimately, right, we're what we're going to be doing at Life Coach Launch Live and what we're going to be doing at Life Coach Launch. We went through a lot of this. We're going to be identifying your niche, creating an offer, right? We're also going to be discovering how to demonstrate how you can help and sign up new people to that offer each week. We're going to be, of course, asking people to help them by actually helping them, but ultimately how to make sales right after those profitable presentations in there. This is going to take you away from having to work another job to support your business. It's going to take you away from having to waste time on those one-on-one dreadful cold calling, one-on-one calls, right? Like we're going to help you start learning how to sell people at mass. Do you remember Paul? Yeah, Paul went 0 for 50. I don't want you to have to go through that too, right? And never being able to sign up clients consistently and having a real 6-figure business. We talked about the freelancer trap earlier. I don't want you to get caught up in that freelancer trap because it is one of the most difficult things to get out of and it's not fun, right? So we want to get it to where you are not only a successful life coach, but you're a successful life coach making a lot of money, creating a lot of impact and living the life that you want. My wife, now following the Life Coach Launch system, is now making 70% more as a life coach. But the best part, she's working 30% less, which makes us really excited to spend a lot more time with that baby that I was talking to you about earlier along in this presentation. So, who is this for? You recently started a life coach or healing business, right? Maybe you recently just got certified as a life coach, but you don't really know how to make money, make money now or get started on making money, or you've been a life coach or healer for a while and you're looking to pivot, but you don't really know how to be successful or the best way to pivot right now. So again, Life Coach Launch, right? You're going to get Life Coach Launch, right? You are going to get Life Coach Launch. You're going to get Life Coach Launch Live. And of course, you're going to get the Facebook group and support. If you add all this stuff up together, right, you are going to get right here, you are going to get a $6,491 value, but we're not done. Of course, we're not done. You kidding me? I'll give away the kitchen sink always, right? So you might be thinking, I'm just getting started and have no leads for my business yet. And obviously, like a lot of people are like, okay, well, this sounds great. This sounds like a great system, but I don't have anybody that's looking at me yet. I'm just getting started. Barely any people know I'm a life coach, right? How do I get to that point to where I can identify, not only pick my niche, but actually start finding people that want my help, right? And we do this through what we classify as lead generation, right? We do that through what we classify as lead generation. And we put together a great system called the Super Online Organic Marketing System, helping life coaches and healers, right? I put this system together last year. There's been a couple hundred people that have been through this system. And ultimately what this system is helping people do is it's helping people go out, right, to the social media channels and to online and ultimately drive traffic, get leads and find people to raise their hand that want to come, right, to their profitable presentations so that they can basically help them with the problem that they have and ultimately make them an offer to sign up with them. So what you're going to learn in this Super Online Organic Marketing System is you are going to learn 5 organic marketing channels on how to get leads fast, right? How to go out there and get a lot of eyeballs looking at you that are going to want your help so that you can start asking people to start demonstrating and exactly how you can help them. You're also going to get the Super Facebook Group Client Capturing System. This is exactly the same system that we've used to build our Facebook groups, that we have now and in the past, to multiple 6 figures, right, very, very quickly. In fact, we put together this specific training just the month after, right, we had opened up our group for 3 months and generated over 6 figures in paid contracts out of that Facebook group called Success Secrets for Purpose-Driven Entrepreneurs. If you want to check that Facebook group out, it is archived, but you can check it out on Facebook. We just, it is archived right now because we shut that group down to start helping life coaches and not just entrepreneurs as a whole. So you're going to learn exactly how we did that. And also, right, Facebook groups are great places for you to host your profitable presentations in a lot of realms. So basically, we're going to be showing you how you can create this. So not only you can run profitable presentations, have a Facebook group, but how you can use this Facebook group to make a lot of money. And last and certainly not least, we're going to show you, everybody talks about how much they want content. They talk about creating what we're creating right now, content, right? But when it comes to actually implementing and doing the content, it is like hitting a big wall. I know I've been there, right? I've absolutely been there when you're looking like, gosh, I got to come up with ideas. I got to then shoot it. I then got to edit it in some cases, and then I got to publish it. That is so much work. Whereas the truth is, right, is there's a very specific system, right, that we've put together that is exactly what we do, right, to pump out over 3 months worth of contents for every single one of your social media channels. Doesn't matter if you're on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, right? WhatsApp, whatever. I don't know if WhatsApp is a social media channel, but ultimately it doesn't matter where you are at or where you're putting your content. We're going to show you specifically a very specific system on how you can really expand on your content and ultimately in 15 days and in under 15 minutes a day, be able to produce over the next 90 days worth of content, ultimately helping you produce over 240 pieces of content for your social media channels. And like I said, in under 15 minutes a day, in just under 15 days. It's absolutely awesome. It's one of the most fun, right? Content courses out there. And it's definitely going to help you with creating engaging and content that is going to help you, right? Sign up new people and have you be seen as the authority, right? Online. So ultimately, right? In this, what you're going to be getting is in the super online organic marketing system is going to be a proven system on on helping new people, right? Find you. Right? People who need your help find you. You're also going to be building and growing a client capturing Facebook group, helping you make 6 figures, right? With that Facebook group and building momentum. And you're never going to have to worry about creating content again, because we're going to show you how you can create content the best way, the quick way, without having it weigh it down on you, so that you can go out there and spend more time on revenue generating activities instead of the minimum wage ones. All right. So now, let's go into what this is going to be preventing you from. We went over this, previously, but working another job to support your business, ultimately wasting time on one-on-one cold calling. You don't have to do any cold calling here, because you're going to be having people come to you instead of you chasing after people. And then of course, never being able to sign up clients consistently. We want to keep you out of that freelancer trap. That's really, really important. All right. So we got Life Coach Launch here. I'm just going to kind of get all this stuff. So you add up everything that we've put in here now. We got the super online organic marketing system, Life Coach Launch, the Facebook group and support, and of course, Life Coach Launch Live. If you add up all this stuff, together, we had sold the super online organic marketing system last year for $2,997 all over the place. So you add up all this stuff together, now we're at $9,488. The truth is, I'm nowhere near done, and you're nowhere near paying that. Right. Now, this reminds me of Roshana Price. I talked to you a little bit about Roshana earlier, but Roshana, of course, came to us, and you can kind of see what we went over earlier. She had just an idea. She wanted to build out the Awesomeness Nation and help people feel more awesome. And, that was basically all she had. She had that and a personal Facebook page. Didn't even have a business Facebook page, just a personal Facebook page. And we came in very quickly, $5,000 in the first 30 days, $12,000 in the first 60, and then $23,000 in the first 90. And then of course you keep looking up and you add up all this. After her first 6 months, she was able to make over $50,000 collectively following the Life Coach Launch framework, really from nothing. Right? Really from nothing, right? So who is this for? You recently started a life coach or healing business, right? You recently just got certified as a life coach or healer and you want to make money now, but you don't know where to get started. Or maybe you've been a life coach or healer for a while, and you're looking to pivot, but you don't really know how to pivot to start getting successful. You might be thinking, and a lot of people think this, I don't spend a lot of time or any time on social media. Don't talk to me about social media. Totally get it, right? I totally get it. All right. Not everybody wants to spend time on social media, but at the end of the day, this game and you being a life coach isn't about you. It's the game of you being able to go out there and help people. This is the game of the people that you are going to be able to go out there and help. And the truth is, it doesn't matter if you're on social media, right? Your future customers are, and that's where we're going to be meeting them a lot of times for the first time. And we want to make sure that we are leveraging social media to make friends and ultimately meet people who need our help, right, on the social media channels that they are on. And the super online organic marketing system is going to help you do that, right? So again, we have the Life Coach, Life Coach Launch System. And what you're going to notice here in the Life Coach Launch System, we went through some things here. And on this map, we have the welcome gate. We're going to be helping you, with your identification and identification island, taking you up to showing you how to position, and ultimately with a super online organic prospecting and marketing system. And we're going to be helping you with your presentations. We went over all of that stuff, but what else do you see on here, right? Well, the truth is, it doesn't matter which journey you're going to go on. You're always going to come across a couple of obstacles that are going to want to get in the way. So this is why we wanted to make sure that we added, right, the Life Coach Launch Mindset and Money Pack, so that you are going to be able to step into being, right, a 6-figure life coach and healer or 6-figure coach very, very, very quickly. But like I said at the beginning of this workshop, I can give you the tactical stuff all day long, but if you don't ever step into being a 6-figure coach and live in that energy every single day, right? It doesn't matter what you know, right? Not stepping into that energy is going to prevent you from actually making the most amount of money, the most amount of impact, and a lot of times making your first or your next 6 figures as a life coach or healer. So the 4, big things that we want to make sure that we do not get tripped up on, right, when we are going through this journey to making our first or our next 100K is going to be fear, is going to be self-sabotage, is going to be self-doubt, and of course is going to be imposter syndrome. If you look at this map here, you're going to notice where a lot of times these fall. Usually when we're entering into an identification island and we're getting started, fear is going to, enter into the place. And then once we get past identification island, we now have an offer. Self-doubt about that offer is usually going to take place. And then once we get up into the super online organic marketing system, the whole imposter syndrome, right, between going out there and shouting who it is that you want to help and then going out there and presenting how you're going to help those people at your profitable presentations, imposter syndrome is going to start creeping in. And then guess what? The entire time we're going to be surrounded by self-sabotage, just begging us to go out there and fall into the same old patterns that we fell into that drove us to, not being as successful as we wanted to be before. So what we're going to do is my wife, Tiffany Toombs, has put together the Life Coach Launch Mindset and Money Pack. And what this is this is going to be, specific masterclasses helping you conquer, right, getting over these specific challenges that a lot of times people who are on their journey to making their first or their next 100K as coaches are going to have. So you're going to get those 4. We've now added that, in there for you with the Life Coach Launch Mindset and Money Pack. And again, what you're going to get with me and with Tiffany, is, you're going to get a series of masterclasses and workshops to build your 6-figure mindset with Tiffany, and energy, right? This is energy training. This is building your mindset training. We're going to give you monthly Q&As with Tiffany in the Facebook group, Life Coach Launch Facebook group that we talked about. So that is basically what you're going to be getting with that. This is going to eliminate you basically working another job to support your business. This is going to eliminate you wasting time on one-on-one calls. You're going to have the correct mindset, correct energy, and we're going to be attracting people, not chasing after people. And you're never going to have to worry about consistently making a lot of sales as a life coach. Again, consistently. This means every week without you chasing after sales, you're just going to start having those sales start falling in your lap, right? So ultimately, let's go over some of what people are saying here, here at Life Coach Launch. And, we've had just the absolute pleasure, but we had the absolute blessing of having to run across so many people, here at Life Coach Launch, but not only people at Life Coach Launch, people and what they are saying about this mindset and confidence pack. These are people who have sent messages about this mindset and confidence pack back to Tiffany, talking to her specifically about how much, right, these specific masterclasses around helping them with their mindset around fear, self-sabotage, imposter syndrome, and ultimately self-doubt. And what it was once they were able to go through this pack, gain the confidence of a 6-figure coach that they wanted to become, and ultimately start stepping into that confidence and helping people, right, being able to help a lot more people and ultimately make a lot more impact, right? So who is this for? Again, this is for you recently became a life coach or healer, right? Maybe you recently got certified as a life coach or healer and you're looking to make money, but you don't know how to get started. Or maybe you've been a life coach or healer for a while, but you're looking to pivot because the world has changed immensely over the past couple of years. And you are looking to take advantage of that and start helping people with, right, a new niche, right? Or a new problem that they might have. So you might be thinking, right, I don't need mindset training. I'm so sick of people saying that we need mindset training. Or you might be thinking, I got mindset training already. I don't need it from you, right? Well, the truth is that there is no finish line with your mindset training. Your mindset training is constantly evolving as the world is evolving, and we're constantly looking at how we can get better. We're never going to be perfect, and we should never look at trying to be. And the truth is one of the things that we should always be looking at improving is our mindset, because when our mindset, right, is at its most optimized or optimized the best that we can get it, this is when the real money flows really start, money really starts flowing to us energetically, and we are starting to become an attraction magnet, not only attracting people to us, but also attracting money. All right, so we're going to go through Life Coach Launch here again. And if you add up all the stuff we went over here, we got the Life Coach Launch Live, the Facebook group, the Super Online Organic Marketing System, right? Let me go back here. The Super Online Organic Marketing System, and all of this stuff, right? And if you were to go through all of this stuff and you were to add it all up, right? And then you add in that confidence pack, you are going to be seeing, just over, right? Again, $10,000, just over $10,000 for for what we would typically charge. Someone off the street comes to me right now. No, this, you know what I mean? Like that's typically what we would charge if it was all broken up. So, right, if all Life Coach Launch did right? Well, it's help you sign up consistent clients so you could be full-time in your life coach and healing business. If all it did was make multiple sales, help you make multiple sales consistently with your profitable presentation so that you didn't have to hop on one cold call or hop on people that you barely knew or didn't even know if they need your help anymore, so that you can consistently make sales every week. And what if all that it did was help you get more eyeballs on your offer? Maybe you have an offer, but getting more eyeballs of people who actually need your help is something that, it can do for you. What if that's all that it did? What would that do for your business? Like, what specifically would that do for your business if this is all that did? One of those. Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it if we were able to take one of those things we just talked about, more eyeballs, more sales, more traffic, more leads, whatever it might be that you're looking for? What if we were able to help you make your first or your next 100K following this system? Would it be worth spending the $10,000, over $10,000 for the system? Absolutely, it would be worth it. Why would it be worth it? Because you're going to make $100,000 on the other side. It is nearly a 10-to-1 return on investment, right? So of course it would be worth it. But the truth is, right, I had a choice to make. Right. I could put this together, really, really quickly and kind of sit in this purple cave, right? Sit in this purple cave for a long time and ultimately like put all this stuff together and then hit the marketplace and spend all this time and money, right, on a super big launch for this program. Or, right, I could go ahead and help a small amount of people win with this program, and all that stuff as we were getting it ready. Well, the truth of the matter is, I wanted to help a lot of people win. And, now that we have the Life Coach launch program ready, I wanted to make sure that I showed it to you so that you could take action now and get it right at the heavily discounted price that we are going to be presenting it to you today. Right. So again, if you look at all this stuff and you go through everything that we went through, right? So we went through, the coach's mindset and money pack. We went through, we went through the super online organic marketing system, the Life Coach launch live, went through the Facebook group and support. We've also, went through the Life Coach launch. You add up all that stuff, you're looking at over $10,000 in value, right? And what we're looking to do is right now, you can take action on this specific Life Coach launch system right now for only $997 and over 93% discount. So you've got two choices right now. Okay. You got two choices right now at this moment, right? And those two choices that you have right now is you have the choice to stay exactly where you are. Take the information that you learned from this presentation, go identify your niche, create a solution, and then create your core marketing message that's going to help you get a lot more eyeballs on your life coaching business and ultimately help you make a lot more sales in the process. You can take that up with you, no harm, no foul, right? And not make the decision to grow and make, right, your first or next 100K as a life coach or healer. Or you can say, yes, I want to make my first or next 100K as a life coach or healer. And you can take action on this very special limited time offer right now, right, to grab Life Coach Launch. Now, of course, right, we want to make sure that you are fully satisfied when you enter into Life Coach Launch. So you are going to get our super satisfaction guarantee, ultimately showing you in this guarantee, basically showing you that if you get Life Coach Launch, you do everything in Life Coach Launch, and you come back to us after doing everything in Life Coach Launch and it does not work with you, we will give you a full refund, right? No questions asked. You just got to show us that you did this, right? Show us that you did the work over the time that you were in Life Coach Launch. And if it did not work for you, of course, right? We want this to work for you. And of course, we're not going to have you pay us unless it works for you. So we give you a 100% money back guarantee, right? So the real question right now is this. You've been through here with me. You've been looking down at my watch now around, 68 minutes with me, roughly. And we've went through all of this and you have one real question, right? We've eliminated the fear of getting something and you losing any money because I'm giving you that satisfaction guarantee. We've shown you specifically all the different ways that this is going to help you and shown you the different ways that we are going to be able to help you not only make your first year next 100K, but we're going to do it in a lot of different ways of training. We're going to do it in a live training. We're going to do it in coursework. We're going to do it with worksheets and workbooks, right? And we're also, going to be giving you some special trainings outside of this that we normally only keep for our high ticket clients that work with us privately. We're going to give you some of that access as well. So you're getting everything that you need to make your first year next 100K and you have a full satisfaction. So the real question, here is, are you really willing to take action on yourself right this year? And this year, make it the year that you actually go out there and make your first or next 6 figures as a life coach or healer? Is this the year that you do that? That's the question that you have in front of you right now. And the question is very simple. Are you ready to take action on actually reaching your goals as a life coach or healer this year and making your first or your next 100K? So this is Life Coach Launch. And ultimately here at Life Coach Launch, for, people that take action on this specific training, we did this training before. It was the first 5 people. We had 5 people buy it really, really quickly. But ultimately for the people who are watching this training, I'm not going to put a cap on that. If you're watching this training, you go through this specific process of getting this. We will give you all these bonuses. I promise you they will be there. So you're going to get the 3-day live NLP. We call this TNT's NLP event. You're going to learn all about the mind and the brain and neuro-linguistic programming. We give this to you with my wife because not only are we helping you with the fear, the self-sabotage, right, the imposter syndrome and the self-doubt, but we also want to make sure that we give you tools that are going to help you make you a better salesperson, make you communicate with the prospects and the customers that you have a lot better, but ultimately really just give you an opportunity to go out there and learn how to become a better persuader during your conversations with people, ultimately helping people get out of their own way and get your help. The second bonus that we're going to give you is going to be 50% off ticket of our live 10K payday event. What are 10K payday events? Are our quarterly events that Tiffany and I run together, where we are showing you how you can go out there and make $10,000 in a single day, but ultimately, how you can build your life coach launch system and step into the energy, of a 6-figure coach in our 3-day long mastermind. We are going to give you a 50% off ticket to come to that, which, to be honest with you, is worth more than the life coach launch. What we're talking to you about life coach launch here and what we're presenting you with in the offer right now. And then last and certainly not least, I wanted to throw in the tools that we use doing our profitable presentations. A lot of people put their hands up to, oh my gosh, I don't know how to build a sales funnel. I don't know how to build a website. I don't know how to write emails. I'm not a copywriter. Not a problem. I didn't know that either, but I either went out there and learned or spent money to have this done for me. And what I'm going to do for you so we can eliminate any of that challenge that you might be thinking that you might have is I am actually going to be giving you my entire sales funnel that we use for our profitable presentation so that you can swipe it and use it yourself. This is the exact same sales funnel that we've used to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, multiple 6 figures for our businesses, over the past couple of years. And we are also going to be giving you our email swipe files. So not only are you going to get the exact emails that we use to get people to come to our presentations, get people to show up, and ultimately get people to buy from us, we are also going to be, giving you those in a swipe file so that you can specifically just take those and swipe them. And not have to worry about writing any copy and just swipe and use, these swipe files so that you can plug and play these into your business and start signing up people really, really fast. So again, and I just want to show you here, this here is a picture of one of the places we run the 10K paydays. We like to run the 10K paydays, in which case that we run at exotic places. So a lot of times we're doing really, really cool things at these 10K paydays so that we can really expand the mind and help you walk into, becoming a 6-figure coach and having that 6-figure coach energy. So we want to go over the Life Coach Launch system. You're going to be getting Life Coach Launch. You're going to be getting the Facebook group and support. You're going to be getting the 3-day Life Coach Launch live event. You're going to be getting the super online organic marketing system. You're going to be getting the coach's money mindset and confidence pack, as well as 3 fast action bonuses of the 3-day live TNT's NLP event with my beautiful wife, Tiffany Toombs. You're going to be getting 50% off the 10K payday ticket, as well as you're going to be getting the profitable presentation, super promotion, swipe files, all here in Life Coach Launch, here in this workshop right now. And ultimately, if you add all of this stuff up together, you're looking at just over $16,275. But right now, and here over the next couple of days of you watching this presentation, you are going to be able to grab Life Coach Launch for just $997, or 3 payments of $397 if a payment plan fits you better. Simply just go over that QR code. You can just click on the photos on your phone, you're going to take a photo, hover over that QR code. It's going to take you over to a landing page where you can make the best decision that you want to make to join Life Coach Launch. And ultimately, if you don't want to, if the QR code is not working for whatever reason, you don't want to do the QR code, simply just go to nichesearnriches.com/Life Coach Launch. And you are going to be taken to that same page over there where you can get set up and signed up right, to come and join us here at Life Coach Launch. So, again, what I want to do is you're going to be taken over to a page where you, again, right here, are going to be able to sign up for Life Coach Launch. Again, you can find this page by simply going to that QR code here in the bottom right-hand corner, or, going to that URL of nichesearnriches.com/Life Coach Launch. But as you can see here, all of these bonuses are going to be listed out over there, and some more information in the order form and everything you need to get set up, get signed up, and ultimately get started in your journey to making your first or your next six figures as a life coach or healer. So again, to get started with that, just make sure that you scan that QR code, right? And ultimately you get started on your journey, right, of making your first or your next six figures as a life coach or healer. Again, this is over a $16,000 value. We are giving this away now for a very limited time. As of the time that you are specifically watching this video, right, over the next couple of days, over the next 4 days, you had the opportunity to grab this system, right, for just $997 or 3 payments of $397. Again, simply just go over that go to that QR code right there, or simply go to nichesearnriches.com, or HTTPS //nichesearnriches.com/life coach launch, to then be sent over to the landing page. This landing page right here, where you are going to be able to take action now and ultimately sign up to join us at Life Coach Launch. So again, here's Life Coach Launch, and we have a couple of people, and I'm super excited, right, that you are here. And we've had so many people watch this presentation and ultimately not only get help, but ultimately go out there and start, making money really, really fast. And I'm super excited that you have, came to this workshop, gotten the help that you needed, but you're still here, and that you are, getting ready to take action now and sign up for Life Coach Launch. As you're getting signed up for Life Coach Launch, I am going to play a video for you of some of the previous people that have signed up with us and signed up with me and in Life Coach Launch, ultimately getting help with helping them as coaches make their first or their next six figures. So as people are going to this link right now, and as you are going to this link right now to start your journey with us here at Life Coach Launch, I am going to play this video for you, showing you some other people here in Life Coach Launch that are on their way or that have made their first or their next six figures as life coaches. Let's rock and roll.
Awesomeness in Action radio show on iHeartRadio, and I'm also a proud member of the Better Leads Academy with Sid Clevenger, and it was so great to go through the course and to be able to experience the business growth, the social media growth, and the consistency. So if that's what you're looking for, the Better Leads Academy is perfect. One of the main tools that I really loved was the angles of influence, and how Sid walked me through how to use that to generate more leads online and convert them to paying clients. I highly recommend the Better Leads Academy. To learn more about me, you can go to giverofawesomeness.com, and I am so excited for you to join the Better Leads. All right, this is for you fence sitters who are contemplating whether or not you should work with Sid. I have a very diverse background in social media and marketing and things like that. I know the things, right? But I have the thing here, and I have the thing here, and I have the thing here, and I have the thing here. But I don't, and I have been challenged with putting all of the marketing things together. Sid and I are working on a plan to put all of those things together so that I can have a beast of a machine on automation, so that I'm able to grow my audience, so I'm actually able to provide value to my audience that actually creates magnetism versus just creating content for the sake of it, or just inviting people into the group for the sake of it. I'm really, really, really good at attracting, but once those people are attracted into my world, where do they go? And that's where I'm leaving a whole bunch of money on the table, and that is why I hired Sid, and you should too. Don't leave money on the table and do the things that Sid tells you to do. I promise you, it will work. Hey friends, coach or manage true potential self and true value in life
Before I met Sid, I was in strategy sessions. Holy cow! Up, although met Sid and changed that within seconds. Okay, his influence, his energy, his vibe is just so powerful, and he finds that superpower that you have in you, and he ignites that in you. Okay, not only that, but I thought he knew exactly what was going on, exactly what I needed to do. And within a week and a half, just being with him, I started flying I am ecstatic. I am pumped. And in turn, this has made me want to do so much better. I have so much fire under me. I am so excited. And now I am signed up for various sessions with me. So I highly recommend take the opportunity.
You know, it never gets old watching those, as I'm literally sitting here right now, just so much abundance around all of us. And there's so much opportunity around all of us. And especially as life coaches, the amount of opportunity that we have right now to go out there, make a lot of impact, help a lot of people, and make our first or our next six figures as life coaches is right there in front of us. It really comes down to, are you ready, right, to take action on yourself and actually do what you've had in your mind for a while and take action on being that six-figure life coach with making your first or your next six figures as a life coach with Life Coach Launch. You heard from a couple of other people that have been through Life Coach Launch and who are in Life Coach Launch. And now it's your turn, right? I want you to scan that. I want you to scan that QR down there below, or go to the website, https://niches, that nichesearnriches.com/Life Coach Launch. All right. So now that we have that, and I'm back here on Zoom and we are not on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop the screen share. So that right there is the, niches that earn the riches workshop. And, I'm asking you, you went there, you saw this, you can rewind and you can see the QR code, go back to that. But I want to ask you, right? Are you a life coach or are you a healer that's looking to make your first or your next, right, six figures as a life coach or healer? Life Coach Launch is going to help you get there. And down here in the description, you, right, can go and you can click on the exact link that we just went over right on this video. That's going to take you right to where you, over the next couple of days, are going to have an opportunity to sign up with us at Life Coach Launch. But understand that, it is very limited. We only can accept so many people at one time. And ultimately, the reason for that is because we want to help as many people, but we want to make sure that we are helping everybody in there with reaching the goals that they have. So if you're interested in Life Coach Launch and you want to join us in making your first or next six figures as a life coach in the next year, then I'm super, super excited for you to take action right now and join us at Life Coach Launch by simply just clicking down there below or going to the QR code or website that we just showed you. Again, my name is Super Sid, and this was so much fun. And I'm super excited that you came and that you watched this. Let's always remember, we all win when we all win. I choose to win today, and I know you choose to win because you came here to watch this workshop and you are about to take the next steps that you need to take to make the first or next 100K for your life coaching business. I cannot wait to see you real soon. We'll talk soon.